And there's one of him lying in his pram. And there's another one of him lying in his pram, look, at a different angle. Yeah. Oh, and there's one of him lying in the grass in the garden. The pram is in the background, behind him. See it by there? Yeah. No. Yeah. And this is where he's sitting on his potty. The pram's in the other room, I expect. Can't see it anyhow. Well, what do you think, Idris?
Aye.
What do you mean, aye?
Aye, the pram's in the other room.
No, I mean, what do you think of Riddick?
Riddick? What is it?
My grandson, man. Do you like him?
Well, I don't know him enough. Hey, Di,
Yes, Idris.
do you like Riddick?
I never had it, but...
His grandson, man.
Oh, yes, very nice.
Have you never wanted a grandchild of your own?
Wanted one?
Aye.
How do you mean, Alf?
Like a little tiny version of you. To stare up at you and to bounce on your knee.
Bounce? Bounce, you say?
Aye, bounce. And kiss and cuddle and pick up and put down and talk to her, Nat. Like you did with Gwyn when he was a youngster.
Oh, I never went near Gwyn, man. I never went near Gwyn till he was about 4, I think. And then only because he broke my glasshouse window with his football.
You never went near your own son till he was 4?
Well, I didn't know I had a son, man. Angara never told me, see? Now that you mention it, I did see someone hanging about there, like.
Oh, well, I think you were missing out, Idris. You ought to have one.
But what do it do?
Do?
Aye, what do it do?
Well, it don't do nothing, do it? Just sort of lies there like, smiling up at you, innit?
Oh.
Hey, that sounds nice, that does. I never held a baby, mine. Is it hard?
No, easy as shelling peas it is. I mean, Di could do it. It's like holding a leg of ham or a fair-sized salmon.
I never held a salmon, except in a tin.
No, me. I've held an ham, though. Would that be a fatty ham or a lean ham, then, Al?
Fatty ham, Idris.
Oh, I don't like a fatty ham, I. Sliced thick and covered with piccalilli.
Oh, I do enjoy talking away with Idris. I mean, he just say things like piccalilli and that, doesn't he? I mean, people nowadays don't say things like piccalilli and that much more now, do they?
No.
Nah, they say microchips and satellite and information bloody technology.
Oh, you gotta say piccalilli, man, Alf. What is it, anyhow?
It's a place in London, isn't it? Hey, do you want another drink, Idris?
No, I gotta be getting home now. We're having microchips for tea today. Smile up at you, do they? That sounds nice, that does. No one ever smiles at me no more. No one ever did smile at me, really, mind.
Well, you know what you want, Idris? One of them.
I want a baby, man, a grandbaby.
Well, you'll just have to find one somewhere else then, won't you? I'm not having no milk-crazed monster with insomniac tendencies ruling over my life like some demonic Ronnie Corbett. It's too much to ask of me in my condition.
Well, you're unnatural, then.
Ah, well, if Moira's unnatural, then I am as well, Dad.
Ah, well.
I would rather gouge out my own eyes with a broken Lucozade bottle than pass on my bloody genes to some other poor, unfortunate human being,
But I want a grandson like me, man.
Well, God help the world, that's all I can say.
But I mean, you know, why, Dad? You've already got the ferret. He looks like you.
Aye, but that's not the same, man. I want a grandson. Though I wouldn't mind a girl. So long as she likes whippet racing and that. A little girl with a face like mine.
Oh, what you made me do now, man? It snapped off in my ear there.
Look, Mum, Dad. I know it's supposed to be every woman's dream to have a baby, right? But some of us reserve the right to have other dreams. Like dancing in the moonlight on a far distant shore. Or just waking up of a morning without a bloody headache, all right?
No.
Got it. Hey, it's the little red bit too. Thank God it didn't ignite.
My body is my own. And I refuse to have it turned into a temporary squat for disaffected youth.
But I want a grandchild.
Well, it's not going to happen, love.
But I got a right to have a grandchild.
God, you've been reading The Guardian again.
You've always hated the idea of babies, love. You won't go near one, except with a hanky over your face in case of germs.
But that was before I knew they weren't real babies. That they were like grandbabies. And you could take photos of them and give them to your mates.
Well, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad, but you're going to have to think of a pretty good reason for me and Gwyn to even think about propagating a price line.
Nah, like a loaded Kalashnikov pressed against the forehead.
Aye, or threaten deportation to North Wales.
Or slowly being changed by experimental surgery into Max Boyce.
And sexual performance under any of those circumstances would be virtually impossible.
Impossible.
Aye, impossible, aye.
We're not having no babies in this house, Mum, Dad. Now, that is final.
End of story, right? Like the Last Supper without Jesus, eh?
Where is he, man?
Well, he's probably on some higher spiritual plane watching over us mortals.
Not Jesus, man, Dad! And he never misses his Saturday dinner. Never.
I told you we should have had that tracking device implanted in his head when we had the chance.
Might be anywhere, see? Might have lost his memory. He might be wandering round the estate, knocking on doors, asking people who he is.
Got sure change up the estate, won't he? I mean, they sniff so much glue up there, all their heads are stuck together. They answer the door in a clump. They probably get mugged.
You don't think he'd been abducted, do you, man, Gwyn?
Oh, he's probably just sulking, Moira.
Is that baby rubbish again, innit?
Well, it's not rubbish. I mean, I understand Idris's desire to have a grandchild.
You're sick, man.
No, it's not. Look, we're all sparks from the eternal flame.
And half that price is, but we are embers in the eternal grate, ain't we, love?
Aye. And Dad is a damp piece of wood.
Hey, and he's a zip fire lighter.
Gwyn, Moira, life is a gift.
Life is a joke, but with death as the punchline.
And anyway, the thought of something, innit? Well, someone growing and sprouting little limbs inside you, man. It's horrific. I mean, no, if it was just laying an egg, well, maybe. I'm not John bloody Hurt, am I?
No, you're Moira Priceman.
Hey, Bridge, do you ever want to have a baby?
Me?
Aye.
No,
Why not?
because they're evil, they are, man.
Babies aren't evil, man.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, but only the ones in them books you read, innit? With their yellow eyes and little horns and that. You can make people do things they don't want to just by staring at them.
I'd have one of them babies, not the other sort. Not a normal one, like.
Why not?
Because he would die, innit?
Why wouldn't die, man? Why would it die?
Yes, he would die. Well, he would have to die one day, unless he was an evil baby and lived forever.
But you said all babies were evil.
Aye, they are. But there's evil and there's evil, isn't there?
Is there?
Aye. Oh, there's evil because they'd die and that, and you'd be all upset, like. And then there's evil because their father was an alien or Satan or something, innit?
Which is worse, do you reckon?
Well, I don't know. Having your father as Satan, I suppose, innit? Don't matter, they do it.
No, I suppose not.
Nothing matters. Oscar Wilde said that, man. It was like, really like, profound. Nothing matters.
Yeah, Bridge. Randy, when are we gonna have a baby?
I hadn't really thought about it, babe.
But we can though, can we?
Well, sure, one day, I guess. I mean, I like kids.
But when though?
Nothing really matters.
Freddie Mercury, 1976.
I've got to have a baby soon. I'm nearly 19.
A body loses elasticity, innit? Titbits, 1994.
Babe, 19 is still really young.
Not in my family, it's not. 14's young in my family, 16's average, and 19 is old.
Your mother had her when she was still at school.
Gee, so how old was she when she got married?
Married?
It's like a million red ants knowing that you're flesh, man.
What's that, man, Bridge?
Giving birth, man. So my mum reckons, anyhow.
That's giving birth to you, though, Bridge, isn't it? I mean, the little organs.
I didn't want to come out, see. And then some bloke grabbed me by the ankle and yanked on it till I had to. Like being dragged from a black, sparkly tunnel it was. Like being pulled out of Satan's throat. Traumatised I was, see.
Well, we're all traumatised, aren't we, Bridge?
Aye. Like my cousin Sonny after she had her baby, Dwayne. Hospitalised she was.
Do. Poor girl, innit? Hey, have they managed to sort him out at all?
No, he's still AY, Mrs. Price. She'd tie him to the cot.
Hope she uses a strong rope.
Hey, if Mr. Price wants a grandbaby, I could have one for him, for practice, like.
What, you and Idris?
No, man. Me and Randy, we could give it to him. A love child, if we.
A bastard it would be.
If we did, babe, I mean, the chances of it bearing any resemblance to Idris would be remote in the extreme.
Eh?
Well, it wouldn't look like Idris, baby.
Pity. We could have had a nursery. We could have had family credit.
Dad, man, where the hell have you been?
I have decided I have.
Tell us, O wise one, what is it you have decided?
I am going on anger strike.
Fair enough.
No, it'll keep me alive.
Well, very brave, Dad, man.
Oh, I know that. I couldn't stand it. I mean, the world is full of food, isn't it? I mean, there's cake and chips and curry.
Beans and sandwiches.
And custard, thick creamy custard on a spotted dick or on a sponge pudding, Dad, like in baby school, remember?
No, I don't remember.
Shepherd's pie, peas, gravy, and white bread and butter. Black dog fried lovely with lashings of daddy sauce. And for afters, rice pudding with mint sauce.
Shut up, will you?
Tripe.
Tripe.
Tripe. Oh. No, I'm not giving in.
Well, neither are we, love.
All right, I'll die then.
I guess that means no Battyberg then, Idris.
No Battyberg.
And I bought some, mini Battybergs today, look.
Mini Battybergs.
Each one a tiny but exact replica of a regular Battyberg, though, of course, by necessity, the ratio of marzipan to sponge will be different.
More marzipan, is it?
Yeah, much more, relatively speaking.
To the birds, then, is it, Dad?
Aye, go on, give it to the birds. I don't mind, they deserve it. I like birds, I do. A bird peed on my head once.
Come on, Dad, love. One little mouthful, that's all it is.
I'm not angry, man.
It is easy enough to say this is my last cigarette when you're still smoking it, isn't it? It's only after it's over that the horror begins. The bleak despair, the terrible, irresistible yearning. The voice of temptation whispering in your ear. Eat me. Eat me.
Shut it, will you? I'm going to bed.
It is then that you will truly understand the meaning of the word hell.
I am not angry, man. I'm full, I am. Full.
Eat me.
You'll not tempt me, Delilah.
Any luck, Mara?
He's not dead then?
When?
He haven't eaten a thing since this morning. His body will be consuming his own fat reserves.
He hasn't got any fat reserves, Moira. He'll be a skeleton by morning.
We'll have to push in little bits of bacon through his ribcage.
It's not funny, man, Gwen.
No, it's not. He's obviously very serious about this. Now, maybe I should go upstairs and talk to him. He respects my opinion.
Poor bugger.
Aye. Go on, Randy. You have a word with him, love. I'm awful worried about him, Gwyn. It's not like him.
Yes, it is.
Well, yes, it is like him. We've tried everything now, though, haven't we?
Well, we haven't tried absolutely everything, have we? I mean,
Oh, what, intravenous, like tubes and that?
sort of. Well, I mean, we could try and have a baby.
No, man.
Not even to save the artist formerly known as Dad's life.
Well, not even to save my own life, Gwen.
Ah, fair enough.
Aye.
I'm fading, Randy boy, I'm fading. I haven't made a will, but you can have my teeth. You can have Stan's teeth and all. They're in the drawer over there. Stan's, that is. Mine are in my mouth. You can take them out when I'm dead, like.
Idris,
Aye, son.
I really think you should stop it. This starving yourself to death. You're old. You're not used to missing meals.
No, I can't stop now.
Why not?
Because I'm a man of my word, man. I said I would, and now I have to.
I have to say, I admire your style. I mean, fasting as a political tactic has a long and honored history.
Well, of course it has, man. What is it, anyhow?
Well, what you're doing, you know, refraining from eating in order to achieve a desired end.
What do you mean? Other people have done it and all, not just me, like.
Well, of course.
Oh, aye, you, son?
Well, Gandhi, for one.
Gandhi. What's that, a name, is it?
Yeah.
Did he want a grandbaby and all?
Well, no, he wanted peace between warring religious factions.
Oh, aye. Did it work, like?
Well, yeah, I guess you could say his campaign was successful.
Ah, good for him, man. What did you say his name was again?
Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi?
Welsh, was he?
No, Idris, he was Indian.
Price. Mahatma Price. Hey, that sounds all right, that does.
No, hey, I didn't mean to suggest...
No, I'm going to sleep now, Randy boy. Wake me up when my campaign have been successful.
Did you manage to talk any sense into him, love?
Actually, Moira, I'm afraid I might have made matters worse.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I think he now kind of sees himself as a follower in Gandhi's footsteps.
You will never learn, will you? You're toying with a damaged mind, man. The sheep have escaped from the upper meadows.
Stop being so bloody snide, will you, man?
Ever since he come here, he's been a bad influence on Dad.
That is not true!
Yes, it is! Putting ideas into his head. Dad never had a single idea before you came here, and he was all right then.
Well, I'm sorry.
You created a monster, but... And now he thinks he's bloody Gandhi.
All right, man. You've said he's sorry. He was only trying to help.
Well, they put that on his bloody gravestone, eh? Here lies Randolph Lincoln III. He was only trying to help.
Yeah, well, at least I do try.
Aye.
Hey, maybe I could make him a pistachio nut and passion fruit tonic drink.
Plan B, is it, but?
Well, if I can convince him that it's not really food, maybe he'll drink it and, well, stay alive a bit longer.
What are we going to do then, Gwyn?
But I don't know, do I?
Well, we got to do something, man. We can't have him starve himself to death. And he's stupid enough to do it and all. And even if we went through the hell of it, right? The nightmare.
Are you having your insides ripped out, you know?
He wouldn't even want it after a couple of days. He'd get bored with it. Huh? Remember what he was like when he got his action, man? All that fuss and all them tantrums. And what did he do? He left it in the coal shed to guard against the spiders, and he haven't touched it since.
In action, man, innit?
The reality of a bloody baby, man. The actuality. Do you know, if he could really experience that...
It's the phone.
Aye.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Well, go and answer it.
You bloody answer it.
Oh, go on, I can't answer it. It might be a voice or something. You know I couldn't bear it.
Hello? Yes? Oh, hello, Bridget. Bridget. Hi. No, love, no, I haven't seen Mandy today. Oh, there's a pity. All right then, love. Bye, love. Bridget. She's babysitting Dwayne. Sonia's having a night out with the girls.
Aye, well, Sonia deserves a night out with the girls.
Aye. Mandy was supposed to be helping her, but of course she hadn't turned up.
Well, babysitting Dwayne is not a job for one person, is it?
Bloody aversion therapy, that would be, love.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Dwayne.
Who looks like his granddad then? Braces and all?
Well, there you go, Dad. You win that.
I don't have to starve yourself no more, love.
Oh, but I would have done it. Oh, I'd have fastened myself to death.
No need now. Oh, actually, Idris, there's a school of thought that says you shouldn't really speak baby talk to babies. It impedes their later development of language skills.
Don't be daft, man. It's a baby, innit? Babies understand baby talk, man. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called baby talk, would it?
Well, I guess you got a point.
Hey, you look really good together, Dad.
Do we?
Aye, like a ventriloquist and his dummy.
Thank you, son.
Right, well, we're going down the club.
I go on you now, then.
Are you sure you don't want to come now, Dad?
Oh, I'm waiting here with Dwayne.
Well, you know where we are, love.
Aye.
All right, Grandy boy, say your goodbyes.
Well, you still can.
See you later, Idris.
Yeah? Who's a good-looking baby, then? Huh? Who looks like his granddad? What do you think of ferrets, then, Dwayne?
Hey, here we go. I propose a toast to Bridget.
Yeah.
Bridget. Hey.
Hey, thank you for getting us Dwayne, love.
That's all right.
Well done, love. Well done.
I phoned Sonia, and she said you can keep him if you like. She'll sign any forms of that. Hey, she already got the forms at her house.
I bet you have. I
Oh,
bet
you
you have.
tell her, thank you for the offer, love, but no thanks.
Sonia have had 4 nervous breakdowns, haven't she, Bridge?
Aye, he never sleeps, eh?
He was asleep back at the house.
Was his eyes shut?
Yeah.
He wasn't asleep then. He sleeps with his eyes open.
Then what was he doing with his eyes shut?
Listening, planning his next move. He's cunning.
Oh, yes, cunning as hell, love. Aye.
Dwayne's obviously had a difficult upbringing.
And Steve, the warlock, reckons he's got the mark of the beast.
Poor Marks, is it?
No, man. The Antichrist. He reckons Wales will be the centre from which the apocalypse will spring.
Makes sense to me.
And that Dwayne will lead the powers of darkness.
Is Steve the Warlock local?
He lives in hospital.
In Bridgend.
They let him out one weekend in 8.
Aye, and then he'll come and stand in Sonia's garden.
God, she must be terrified.
Oh, no, she'll try and make him babysit. But he won't. He says... It is not written.
You're kidding, right?
He does say it. He do say it, doesn't he?
He does say
Well, how come the vicar refused to crucify him then?
Oh, christen him and die.
Listen him, man.
Well, how come he refused to do that then?
Well, fire precaution that was, love. Because Steve said he'd burn down the church.
Steve is the father.
Well, Sonia was under the influence of drugs when the ceremony took place, like. I mean, it might have been Steve, under the mask.
The mask. They've been 1 hour exact.
Ah, they'll be there now, won't they? Yeah, what a battle of wills, isn't it? What a clash. Age and stupidity versus rationless evil.
Like Ponty versus Neath.
Hey, maybe Idris will surprise us. I mean, maybe we're underestimating him.
Impossible, but...
No, and Dwayne, maybe it'll be like a meeting of the minds, 2 souls melting together in karmic harmony. Maybe they'll discover in each other that essential something that was missing from both of their own lives. I mean, maybe...
It killed the bloody ferret, man! It is all my fault, man. Listening to that sodding Alf. I'd get carried away, see?
We live and learn, Idris.
Oh, I don't, man. I'm thick as a canteen cup. Hysterical I do get, see? But I didn't think it was the beast, see? The beast 125.
Who?
Damien, man. Damien Hill.
Idris, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nor me. The little bastard, it must have lungs like Tom Jones.
He was probably hungry, Idris.
But I gave it food, man, tins of the stuff.
Yeah, well, babies eat special food, you know?
Well, I know that, man. I'm not bloody stupid. It was baby food I gave it. Baby carrots, baby beetroot. I tried to give it some of that baby bio stuff and all. But it just spat it out.
Anyways, I'm glad the ferret was all right.
Aye, well, he wasn't really dead, see?
Yeah, I guessed that.
Oh, it threw a fit, it did. When I put it in the box, see?
You put the ferret in a box?
No, the baby, man. I put it in with a ferret to shut it up, man. I thought they'd play together.
Did they?
No. Dwayne started screaming louder and louder, and the ferret sort of ran round and round in a circle and then fell over. It was the noise, it was, see?
Glad you're okay, old buddy. I mean, you went almost a whole day without food.
Aye, I did. But I had a snack, like.
A snack?
Well, just to keep my strength up.
You ate during hunger strike.
Oh, only hobnobs it was, and chocolate and that. No proper food, mind. Oh, no. No fish and chips and that, so it didn't count, see?
Idris, you can't just eat confectionery during a hunger strike.
No, of course not.
Confectionery, cakes, cookies, it's not a hunger strike. It's just a spectacularly unhealthy diet.
Oh, I'm sorry, Randy, but I didn't think it counted, see? Hey, I bet Gandhi used to have the occasional hobnob.
I really don't think he did, Idris.
No? So what did he die of then? Starved to death, is it?
No, he was shot.
Oh, that's a shame. He must have been very disappointed after all that fasting. Who shot him then?
A religious fanatic.
Oh, Jehovah's Witness, I expect. I shouldn't have answered the door, man.
Look, all's well that ends well, I guess.
So do forgive me, then, Randy.
Let's get some shut-eye.
Doubt the light, does it, son?
Yeah.
Night-night, son.
Good night, Idris.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah?
Don't fancy a mini batty bug, do, son? Cheers, Gandhi.